Grass, trees, air, winds, clouds, breeze, fire, lava, water, rain, sadness, laughter, pleasure, pain, everything, everything, everything.
If everything is everything, nothing is nothing.
Everything, everything,
Watch what
everything.
happens.
If everything is everything, nothing is nothing.
Okay. Watch. Everything, everything.
You know, my whole thing right now is that I'm from a place that really is not hip-hop oriented. What I mean by hip-hop oriented, I know a lot of people say that they do hip-hop, but hip-hop is not music. Hip-hop is a lifestyle, and I think that a lot of people overlook that fact, you know, especially being that I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. I know a lot of my fans have never even seen West Palm Beach. I mean, this is pretty much the downtown area right here in the background. And I mean, I grew up in a place that was known for bass music. I think more so than any other type of music. I come from a place where that style of music dominated hip hop. And I'm gonna call that hip hop for a second because all of that, I believe, is the origins of what we know today as hip hop. The biggest thing with me is that I grew up mainly listening to Run DMC, Kool Moe Dee, Eric B. and Rakim, my favorite group. And that's pretty much why I based my original style of delivery. My original cadence was more based upon Eric B. and Rakim style of hip hop, because to me that was gritty, it was uncut, it was more of a struggle being told in that music versus the music that I was growing up on being hip hop. That style of hip hop being Luke and things of that level. So I think it was about, I'm gonna say about 89 is when I first really started penning my own stuff. I used to go down to Specs, spend $3.50 on like a single, and on the B side you flip it over and it had instrumentals. And at that time I was begging my moms, please get me a karaoke. And she got me the karaoke machine, and I used to take those B-side tapes, pop them in, and start making my own tapes. You know, back then when you told somebody that you rap, it really was interesting at that time because it was an art that a lot of people just didn't do at that time. So, you know, somebody would come across me and be like, oh, you rap? I'm like, yeah. And they'd be like, you know, kick a verse for me. Nowadays, everybody raps. So therefore, it's not as interesting anymore. So, in Rose, like 1992, I'm in high school at that time. A friend of mine who was from New York, he stopped me in the hallway. He's like, yo, it's this group called Wu-Tang Clan. He's like, man, you gotta hear this shit, The song was Protect Your Neck. It was the underground single they had just dropped at that time. He threw it in the tape deck for me, turned it up, and it started moving me. Greater than anything I had heard prior to that. You know, this style of music sounded like something that someone recorded in their basement or in their room somewhere in the closet, and it had so much energy in it, so much truth, that I was captivated by it. So by the time they dropped the full album in '93, I was already a full-on Wu-Tang fan at that point. And that's when I started to form the BLACKMASK is known like now.
If everything is everything, nothing is nothing.
Everything, everything,
Watch what
everything.
happens.
If everything is everything, nothing is nothing.
Okay. Watch. Everything, everything.
So, you know, that's when I linked up with this guy, Digital K, and he pretty much showed me different styles of music and different ways to produce. And that's when I started honing the style of production that I do today, based upon what he was showing me, and also listening to RZA's tracks on top of that. So I ended up linking up with Mook, John Mook Gibbons. That's RZA's cousin. It was in 95, I believe. Yeah, it was 95. It was right when ODB dropped his solo album, Return to the 36 Chambers. And I hooked up with him via telephone. He hooked Wu-Tang up to come perform at a project graduation that I was helping out with. So they came down to Florida. It was my first time really meeting the clan like that. And also it was my first time really politicking with John Mook Gibbons at that time. And like they say, there's 6 degrees of separation between you and everybody in this world. I truly believe that. Because beginning of 2010, I hooked right back up with John Mook Gibbons. He listened to the album I was working on with my group called The Watchmen. And from there, it was pretty much history. He signed us on to Wu-Tang Management. We became Wu-Tang affiliates. It was like my lifelong dream at that point. And that's when we put out the double LP, Wu-Tang Management Presents Watchmen. And I mean, the album's been like sick right now. We've been getting reviews worldwide. The album is out in every country. Pretty much every major magazine has covered us at one point or another. And you know, we just continue to just really beast.
If everything is everything, nothing is nothing.
Okay, watch. Everything, everything.
Yeah, I think that there's like major misconceptions in this business. I know a lot of people see these music videos where everybody's riding around these Lamborghinis and Maseratis and got all these jewels and living in these mansions and everything. And truth be told, it's all gimmick. Because what you gotta really look at is that the average artist in this music industry sees only about maybe 5 to 10 cents off of every CD that they sell. So, I mean, if you do the math, if you sell 100,000 CDs, you sell 1 million CDs, how much money are you really making getting a nickel off of each one? So I think that a lot of times when I'm dealing with a lot of people that are new in this business and a lot of people who really don't understand the business, I always run into the same problem of where they might, you know, come to me or come through my label and they might move 10, 12,000 CDs and expect to be a millionaire. They got to understand something at the end of the day is that the money just doesn't come like that. A lot of these things are rented that you're seeing in these videos. A lot of this money that these artists are getting is advance money that the label has to recoup at the end of the day. You know, that's why I chose to stay independent. Even when Universal stepped in for my group, The Watchmen, you know, we made the ultimate decision that, okay, we rolled with them for the double. We didn't like what we was seeing as a return, so we stepped away and chose to stay strictly independent for every release from this point forth. I never sign a major deal. I never. It's not worth it to me at the end of the day. I make too much money being indie for me to just jump on board with a major just to get screwed over or have somebody else tell me what I can and can't do and have somebody else play with my money at the end of the day. I choose not to do that and I stay straight indie as far as I'm concerned. That's the best route to go. It's the smart way to go. If you want to make money, stay indie. If you just want to have bragging rights and just get fucked over at the end of the day, go major. The choice is yours. I mean, I try to talk to people about it all the time, but some people just don't understand, especially I think in our market, if I can even really call it a market, because it really isn't one, but you know, in South Florida, just the thought process that goes into, oh, you know, I want to get this Bentley or I want to get, you know, this Lambo or this Ferrari. I think that people spend too much time focus on that and not enough time focus on what's important about the business. And I think that's really where they're losing at the end of the day. So, you know, it's about having this divine focus, and this is something that you just can't read in a book or go on the internet and find. You actually got to look deep within yourself to like channel this shit. It just doesn't happen overnight. You have to really channel this way of thought that drives you in a direction of a different type of success. Because success isn't about your jewels or your car. It's about, you know, that internal balance that you achieve by accomplishing your goals. And I think that's where a lot of people lose at the end of the day. A lot of people.
Everything, everything.
If everything is everything, nothing is nothing.
We 5 elements combined with Eclipse make 6. Laced over hi-hats and 808 kicks. Who got it locked like we do? Transparent niggas see through. These bees is my peoples. Now we come and bring the fire. Immortal being rain.
You know, I think my whole longevity in the game have to do with the fact that I'm not a rapper. And I think that's where a lot of people make their mistakes at in this business, is that they focus on the fact of just trying to be just an MC. If you're an MC, that means pretty much you're a puppet when it comes to the industry, because anybody can put their hand in your ass at that point and pretty much control you. Me, I'm the person who's engineering some of the time, producing some of the time, writing all the time, coming up with the concepts, the layouts. I'm the CEO, I'm the distributor, I'm everything. I'm the financial advisor. I handle every single aspect of my business myself. Can't nobody tell me anything. So pretty much if someone is working for me, they are truly working for me and not saying they're working for me and me really working for them on the side. That's just something that was instilled in me by my mom many years ago. Just when it comes to business and how we do everything and how we lay everything out. So it pretty much is what it is. I think when we first started recording the double CD, I reached out to Capadonna from Wu-Tang Clan. And I was pretty much talking to him about the idea and the concept of being this Wu-Tang affiliated group and making this double CD. You know, it's something that no other Wu-Tang affiliates like have even attempted to touch on, I think, in the history of Wu-Tang. So, you know, he felt it was a real good idea. So we got together, we brainstormed a little bit. He did the song with us, Assassins. I laid everything out, put the concepts down, and we ended up writing the whole entire album with 36 cuts on it. It's like a paying homage to Wu-Tang with the 36 chambers. So when the CD finally came out, it came out October 27th, I believe. It came out with like insane reviews, you know, something that we really didn't expect. And then I started getting phone calls and emails from Tokyo, Japan, and England, and you know, Germany. Even in Australia, we getting emails and phone calls saying how hot the album was. I'm like, damn, the CD's, you know, in these places. So, you know, as we started, you know, touring and visiting these different places, I started seeing just how big the fan base was and just how much support we had worldwide. And to me, it's like, it's bigger than anything I could have hoped or expected.
If everything is everything, nothing is nothing.
Okay, watch. Everything.
Yeah, so as of maybe about 2 weeks ago, I just signed on with 36 Chambers School of MCing, formerly known as the Next 9 Generals competition. And pretty much what that is that they're looking for like 9 new MCs to like head like a new division of Wu-Tang. And it's an honor. The reason why I signed on for that, I know a lot of the fans have been questioning that because they feel like at this stage in my career that I shouldn't, you know, entertain anything of that level, being that these are all unsigned artists and MCs and things of that level. But the reason why I chose to go ahead and sign on board to do this competition was for the fact of it being that I think as an artist, especially by me being signed and having music out worldwide right now, I think that the problem is that a lot of the fans is not seeing the fact that I come from a humble beginnings, that, you know, I started out grinding, being a battle MC and things of that nature, and then I started developing myself into, you know, the artist, you know, the BLACKMASK presently known today in the industry. And I think that it's just crazy. Sometimes I meet people and I'll be like, wait a minute, 1 minute we never heard of you, and the next minute you all over the place, and, you know, we see your name, you know, we hear your music, we see your album and everything. You know, what was the beginnings for you? And I think the reason why my beginnings aren't documented as well as some artists is being the fact that I come from West Palm Beach, Florida. There really wasn't a market. So a lot of what I did to pioneer the music that was documented wasn't maintained well, wasn't placed well, so that people would be able to see this music later, years later, and then to better form an understanding of me as an artist, as an MC. So I think by joining this competition, what's going to happen is that you're going to actually see me. I don't want to use the word digress, because I'm not going to digress as an MC, as a lyricist, as an artist. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to forget the glitz, the glamour. I'm going to forget the commercialness of what you're used to seeing. I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to get out here with these guys that are artists with street buzz, and I'm going to place myself in the same position with them equally, and then I'm going to work my way up with them, train with them, you know what I'm saying, vibe with them, and I'm going to use that, it's energy that I'm going to channel to reinvent myself and represent myself to my fan base, so that they understand and they know that I grind just as hard as the next man, that nothing was handed to me on a silver platter. I'm not some prep MC that just came out of nowhere who parents or who uncle worked for Sony or some shit and just put them on. It didn't happen like that with me. I actually earned my position as an artist, as an MC with Wu-Tang. This was nothing that was handed to me. So I'm going to use this next 9 Generals competition as a way to demonstrate to, I think, the fans out there and to everybody out there. If you're not a fan now, you'll be a fan later. I'm going to use that as my grounds to represent myself to everybody so they can have a better understanding of Black Mask, I think, as an artist, and also get to witness my work ethics as an artist from beginning to end. So it's something that's going to be big. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. It's 36 Chambers School of MCing, formerly known as the Next 9 Generals competition. Oh yeah, my solo album, Guillotine Rap, it's in stores June 21st of this year. Y'all make sure y'all cop that. Lead single is called Bully. So that's going to be huge. We're working on that video right now. And we got a lot of different stuff coming. A lot of stuff coming, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just thankful that, you know, God even put me in a position to even be blessed like I've been blessed. And also the fans that's been supporting the Watchmen, been supporting me, Platinum City Entertainment, from day one, because it's huge. It's a blessing. I couldn't ask for more at this stage in my career. Definitely.
If everything is everything, nothing is nothing.
Okay. Watch. Everything.